Well, I'm going to be hunkered down here in the house for a while, so be a little bit of time to spend with family, but I'll have plenty of time to do some projects as well and spend time with you guys. So let's have some fun while we're all hunkered down and make some cool videos. Let's go. Okay, so I wanted to just talk a little bit this time since we're all kind of stuck in our homes and stuff. I'm not going to do any projects, any kind of makes in this actual video itself, but just wanted to talk a little bit and say what I have planned for the channel now that we've got all this extra time. So I want to do all kinds of different projects. A couple of years ago I mainly did a lot of 3D printing videos, which I can do plenty more of. I love 3D printing, but I can do a lot of other stuff too, mainly technical type stuff. Like I love doing Arduino projects, Raspberry Pi projects, anything with LED light strips, really any kind of LEDs in general. All kinds of programming. I love to code things, whether it's for Arduino or whether it's programming for websites, PHP, MySQL, those type things. I've also gotten into photography quite a bit. I'm not focusing a whole lot on the quality of the video right now. I just wanted to get some videos out there instead of worrying about all the making it perfect and everything, because when I do that I just end up never doing it because I always run out of time before I can make it perfect and end up just wasting a lot of time. And it's really the content that's most important. So I just want to get some videos out there, and this is just a video just kind of about what I plan to come. So anything that you're interested in that you might think that I can make a video of, go ahead and post it. Another thing I've been getting into is photography. So whether it's macro photography or videos or pretty much anything, I've been getting into that a lot lately. So feel free to ask any questions in the comments, say what you'd like to see on here, and maybe I'll get a chance to do a video on it. So let's just have some fun with this channel, and this way we can kind of build community while we are kind of not able to socialize in person, but we can socialize a lot online. So let's do that. So put some comments down there, and let's make some videos, okay? Well, our desk area is pretty messy, and that's where I usually do all my electronics projects and stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and get that cleaned up and get things ready so we can start making some videos down the road of all kinds of cool things that we can make, okay? So let's get to cleaning. Here we go.
Let's go. No hesitating. We gotta move, we gotta shake, we gotta get up on our feet and liberated. You feel like something's out of control. Your mind says yes and your body says oh. Let's go. Let's go.
Maybe you're cooped up in the house and you're going stir crazy. You want to go out but you can't. So hopefully this channel can be entertaining to you, a little bit educational, and even therapeutic. It's very therapeutic for me to do this. It's kind of a release. I really enjoy doing it, so I hope you enjoy the content I put on here. So if you really do enjoy it, show me that you care by liking and subscribing, sharing it with others if you want to. And let's just make this a community of fun and education, and just get to know each other, even if it's just online. So hopefully you'll enjoy that. And what I'll do now is let me kind of show you kind of a little tour around and a tour of some of the stuff that I've got that we can use to create some little projects and to make some things. So let me just show you around right now, okay? Here we go. So here's just some of the stuff I've got, some of my tools for electronics. Got a power supply here, obviously a soldering station, all kinds of parts and stuff up here. I know the lighting's not that great, but I'm not worried about that right now. We can do a lot of stuff with Node MCUs. I use these all the time for all kinds of projects. Those are great to do anything. It's basically like a small Arduino with Wi-Fi capabilities. So we can do a lot with those. I use these all the time for LED strips that I do and all kinds of projects. Here's some of the LED strips that I use. These ones are a little bit farther apart. I use these for things such as on the ceiling, or just kind of display lights where it's going to be just reflected off of something where you don't need it as dense. But then when we're doing stuff like with the 3D printer, I have them more dense. You can see them maybe a little bit under here. It's kind of hard to see, but those are a little bit more dense. And of course we can do anything with 3D printing. Here's the 3D printer I made from scratch. I built all this. So we can do all kinds of 3D printing things. We can do, here's, like I said, I'm getting into photography. So I've got a nice camera here with a 70 to 200 lens. Can do some nice things with that. I've filmed a lot of sporting events and stuff with this lens and camera, and it turned out really, really well. Like I said, I'm just getting into that, but we can do all kinds of things with that. So we got all kinds of goodies that we can use, all kinds of projects that we can build. Let's see what else I got. Of course, I play guitar as well. Kind of messy right there, but anyway, I got all kinds of parts and things that we can make stuff with. So plenty to do. And of course, we've got my main setup here. A couple of Mac Pros with right now it's 4 30-inch. Actually, the top one's a 32-inch monitors. I do all my work at video production, photo stuff, basically everything. I'm always on here. I do a lot of Linux, so I'm a Linux nerd. Programming, like I said, Arduino projects, Raspberry Pi projects, 3D printing projects. But anything with Linux, I do that all the time. I remember when Linux started back in the early 90s, and I was popping little 3.5-inch floppies into my old 386 and loading about 50 floppies on there to get the Linux OS on there, and had some networking cards with a couple of other little PCs that I had, and I would network them together and set up websites on there, which was really cool. That was before the internet even really got started, before you had the internet. I'm kind of showing my age here, but that was cool stuff, playing with Linux. Anything to do with Linux, programming, whatever, I do all that kind of stuff, so we can do all kinds of projects there. Even do a lot of home automation. You can see the lights behind these monitors here. That's all controlled by Google Home. And so watch this. Change the monitor lights to blue.
Okay.
Change the monitor lights to green.
Okay.
Change the monitor lights to purple.
Okay.
And there you go. Everything controlled, including the security system and lights, and pretty much everything else is by home automation. And here is the face hugger that I printed. It's been a couple of years since I printed that. In fact, I did a video on that too. Anyway, I like printing out stuff and just giving the room some character. So anyway, all kinds of things that we can do. So just put something in the comments if there's some kind of a project you want to work on, and maybe I'll set that up. So anyway, let's get rolling. Okay, so now everything's cleaned up and we're ready to start making stuff. So what I need you to do is to put in the comments what you'd like to see me work on, and then we'll go from there. So put down in the comments whether you want to see some projects with LED light strips, whether it's something with photography, whether it's something with Node MCUs, Arduinos, Raspberry Pis, whatever. Put it in the comments below, and then I'll take a look at it, and then we can come up with some ideas for some videos in the near future. So while we're all cooped up and we're staying home, let's get to making some stuff, okay? So put your comments below. See ya.
Let's go. No hesitating. We gotta move, we gotta shake, we gotta get up on our feet and liberate it. You feel like something's out of control. Your mind says yes and your body says oh.